Good evening. Good evening, everyone. No, I'm not pulling a Mesut Ozil. I am here. Sorry I took so long. But thank you to nearly 100 people watching live already, everyone in the chat. So, yeah, thank you for that. But there's a couple of stories going around at the moment about Aubameyang and Mustafi. Yes, I am late. a.f.c fan, I am late. Sorry, I've had a couple of things I had to do, but hence I got home late. But yeah, there's a couple of stories going around at the moment. First one, we'll start off with Mustafi and Damien Comolli. I don't know if you remember him. He worked under Arsene Wenger for a short period of time. He also worked at Tottenham as well. Now, he is director of football, I think, at Fenerbahce, afternoon VP. And he is trying to get hold of the representatives. He's trying to make contact with Arsenal and the representatives of Squadron Mustafi. Now, please be true. We need to get rid of him. We need to get Mustafi out of this football club. And David Ornstein said yesterday, or the day before, I think it was, on BBC Radio 5 Live, that every transfer window since we have signed Mustafi, we have tried to get rid of him. He worked for Liverpool as well, apparently, Damien Comolli. There you go. Thank you for that. But yeah, he is trying to get in contact with Arsenal over the signature of Mustafi. Now, if that is true, then just take whatever he offers. First bid, yeah, we'll accept it. Bye-bye. See ya. Get rid, ta-ta, thanks for nothing, get out the club. Now, I don't know if that's true. Obviously, the reports are going around right now. They've surfaced in the last couple of hours, and yeah, I'll be buzzing if he goes. But £35 million we spent on this guy, plus his wages, which is reportedly about 75 to 90 grand a week. Big contract, World Cup winner. Everyone thought he was going to be a big hit when he first came in, and that's what Arsenal fans do. They hype up a signing. As soon as we're linked to somebody, it's, oh my God, he's fucking amazing. He's world class. We're going to sign him. Oh wow, he's the next best thing. He's come in and been absolutely fucking shit since he's got it. So yeah, if Fenerbahce want him, I'll pay for his airfare. We'll chuck Mustafi and Mesut Ozil in for free, and I'll drive them all to Gatwick. I'll pay to put them on a private jet, so I know they're going to get there. And yeah, happy days. We shall see in the coming weeks whether that is actually true. Obviously, we're close to signing William Saliba. That is well, that's actually up in the balance right now, because it could be now, or it could be signed now, loaned back to St Etienne for a season. £9 million is the difference. If we want him now, it's £9 million extra. If we don't, then it's 23, 25 million, depending on which report you read. But for me, if Mustafi goes, oh my God, that is a massive statement, and that is the first of many that need to get out of the club. Now let's move on to Aubameyang. Before I do that, Real B says Ozil is your best player, you twat. You obviously don't support Arsenal and watching week in, week out, mate. He's not our best player. But thanks for your input. Appreciate you watching, mate. But yeah, let's move on to Aubameyang. Now, reports are going around that Aubameyang is open to a move to Manchester United. Now, obviously, he's on holiday at the moment. He was in Miami. He put on his Insta story that he was flying home and then ended up in, I think it was Barbados, somewhere like that. Nice life, isn't it? Get on a private jet, fly to wherever the fuck you want. Yeah, happy days. And he's still training. He's still doing his workouts every day. He's still wearing an Arsenal shirt every day. And I expect nothing less. I expect nothing less from Aubameyang. Listen, we were linked with him, and everyone was saying that he was going to be a major headache, a major problem. He was bad news. He was, up himself. He was arrogant. He was this and that, and he's a problem in the dressing room. He hasn't really lived up to that hype, really, has he? Let's be real. So I think that if he does go, then he's going to do what Ramsey done and just be professional. If he goes to Man United, there's going to be uproar. I'll say that right now. So yeah, I'll say that right now. If he moves to Man United, then it's going to kick off. Obviously, Robin van Persie, Alexis Sanchez, and then Aubameyang. Now, if he does move to Man United and they give us 70 million, 80 million, whatever's reported right now, does that mean we're going to buy Wilfried Zaha? Because if we replace Aubameyang with Zaha, there's going to be a fucking steward's inquiry, because he ain't even anywhere near the level of Aubameyang. And as much as I don't rate Aubameyang highly as some other people do, he scored 31 goals last season. And yes, he ghosted a lot of away games, ghosted a lot of big games. But even so, 31 goals, you cannot turn your nose up at that. And Wilfried Zaha is not going to chip in with 31 goals, let's be real. So if he goes there, yeah, the transfer fee's tasty, thanks very much. But nah, it's Man United. There's two clubs we can't sell him to. One's Tottenham and one's Man United. So not for me. And 70, 80 million, yeah, that's a good transfer fee. But, you know, Wilfried Zaha for near the same money, nah, he ain't cutting the mustard for me. So I don't know. I don't know how true these rumours are. I've just read them in the last hour or so. And I thought, like, let me talk about that. Let me see what you guys think about it. But if he goes to Man United and we replace him with Wilfried Zaha, wow, the meltdown is going to be ridiculous. And rightly so. Listen, Zaha's a good player. He ain't Aubameyang level. And it's not going to cut the mustard if we sign Zaha after selling Aubameyang to Man United, after selling Alexis Sanchez or swapping Alexis Sanchez for Mkhitaryan. Why do Man United always seem to be linked to our best players, yet when we sign a player from them, they're fucking dog shit? Mikel Silvestre springs to mind. So I don't know. Like, listen, I don't know how true the rumours are, like I've said, but if we are going to sell Aubameyang, it's 80 million, and we ain't selling to Man United or Tottenham. So that's just my thoughts on it. I don't want him replaced with Wilfried Zaha. If we're going to sell him, go and get somebody else. Go and buy somebody better than Wilfried Zaha. He's one of the most overrated players in the Premier League. Don't really get it. I genuinely don't get it. People say I've got an agenda against him and this and that. Yeah, I ain't got no agenda. I've got two eyes and I watch him every single week in the Premier League, and the geezer ain't all that. And he ain't worth 70, 80 million pounds. You're talking Ronaldo to Juve for a little bit more than that. Do you know what I'm saying? So he's never going to get to Aubameyang's level. He's never going to score 31 goals. And he's never going to replace Aubameyang. So I don't know. I don't know, like I said, how true the rumours are. But the fact that Mustafi's actually finally linked to somebody is a result. Aubameyang to Man United has been out there for maybe a couple of weeks now. Flirting on and off. One day it's on, next day it's off. Then we don't hear nothing for a week. Then it's back on again. So yeah, I don't know. Guna Eagle Eye, good evening, mate. Go and subscribe to him if you haven't. Get him up to 5k. There's only two clubs we can't sell him to: Spurs and United, out of principle. Exactly. The only two clubs, mate. And listen, if we are going to sell him, I'd be open to selling him if we're going to replace him with two players of quality for £40 million each, which will help us going forward. Wilfried Zaha is not worth £70 million, especially if Aubameyang's only worth £75, £80 million. Where they've got that valuation of Zaha from is just out of nowhere, because he ain't that good. Everyone asking who Mustafi's linked to. He's linked to Fenerbahce. Damien Kamoli, their sporting director, I think he is, or technical director, is trying to sign him for Fenerbahce. So yeah, if that is true, then happy days, get rid of him. Even if it's only £5-10 million, take the money, move on, cut your losses, and another fucking masterstroke from the previous regime. But at least he would go. And, you know, even if we got £5 million for him, it goes towards something else, doesn't it? So I'd be open to him going. I don't care how much he goes for. Just want him out of the club. There's 5, 6, 7 of them I want out of the club pretty sharpish. He's one of them. So yeah, hopefully this talk of Fenerbahce is true, and hopefully he's gone by the end of this transfer window. But Arsenal, apparently, from David Ornstein, have tried to sell him every transfer window since we've signed him. which sort of sums up how shit the fucking transfer was in the first place, doesn't it, really? So yeah, there we go. Daniel DeCosta says, "Are we priced out of the Tierney deal?" No, I don't think we are, mate. I think he will be an Arsenal player by the end of this window. Go Wayne Walker says, "Big up from Jamaica." Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you watching. No clubs want Mustafi, says Ryan. I don't know, mate. Listen, the reports are out there. Whether we believe them or not, it's entirely up to yourself. But so yeah, it's all good. Your comments are mad. Literally just ping, ping, ping. Nearly 500 people watching live already. So thank you for that. Please put a like on the video. Not even 100 likes yet. How do people like Ornstein get inside details, says Cobster. I think Ornstein's got a couple of links inside the club. I don't know whether Wenger was one of them, but his links seem to have died a death, a slow and painful death since he's gone. So I don't know. I'm not sure, mate. Listen, sometimes the clubs phone up these journalists and put stories out there to try and G up another player. So let's say we're linked with Fraser. We then put a story out that we're linked with Carrasco to try and hurry Fraser up. Do you know what I'm saying? Agents do likewise. So yeah, and then journalists just make stories up out of fresh air, mate. So I don't know. I don't know how true David Ornstein's comments are about Mustafi trying to get rid of him every transfer window since we signed him. But the fact that we spunked £35 million on the geezer is a fucking scandal in itself, plus 75 to 90 grand a week wages. So yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure where the stories come from, mate. But I know the clubs, the agents, the journalists, they all have an input at some point along the chain. Saliba confirmed by his friend. A couple of people have said that. Really? Who's his friend? Thoughts on Arsenal looking at Matty James from Leicester? I don't know a great deal about him, if I'm being honest, Georgie, so I can't really comment. But I'll do a bit of research, maybe talk about him tomorrow morning in my daily transfer update. Tashi Tenzin says, "What the fuck are Arsenal doing? Spurs have signed Ndombele. Is that actually official yet, or is that just still speculation for now?" Nuno, "I'd bring Mustafi to these icebergs in Iceland and leave him here. Maybe let him freeze for a couple of hours until he learns his lesson." Thanks for your donation as well, mate. Sebastian says, "Saliba's friend showed DMs." What DMs? I ain't seen them, mate, if I'm being completely honest. FIFA Red says, "Who do you hope to see at the kit launch?" We ain't unveiling a player at the kit launch, if I'm being completely honest, mate. We've never done it. I'll be shocked if we do it. Somebody posted on Twitter that they were in London today, in Leicester Square, and Gabriel Martinelli, was strolling around Leicester Square, and he's got photos on Twitter following him like a bit of a stalker. But yeah, it was him, definitely him, and he's definitely in London. So I'd say that's done. I said that last week. I think it's done. I think he's got his passport sorted, his Italian passport, which he needed to get a work permit. I think that's pretty much done. It's just a case of waiting for it to be announced. But yeah. But listen, last season, everyone's in meltdown right now. But last season, 4 of the 5 players we signed in the summer, everybody apart from Lichtsteiner, I can't remember when Lichtsteiner was signed actually, but everybody else was signed from the 2nd of July onwards. Socrates was on the 2nd of July, I think. Might have been the 11th. Same with Leno. Guendouzi and Torreira were announced on, actually they might have been announced on the 2nd or the 7th or the 8th, whatever it may be. But we didn't actually announce a player until July. And there's a reason for that. In fact, there's a couple of reasons for that. Firstly, the players' contracts go until the 30th of June. So the 1st of July is the following day. So Leno was earlier, it was late June. It wasn't, it was officially July when Arsenal actually unveiled him. So it might have been done before then, but Arsenal never actually unveiled him until July. Same with Socrates, same with Guendouzi, same with Lucas Torreira. I can't remember about Lichtsteiner, if I'm being honest. But obviously, we knew there was reports out there that we knew that all of these players were signing, but Arsenal didn't officially unveil them until July. So there's reasons for that. Like I said, their contracts go until the 30th of June. So yes, sometimes a player will sign with the, oh, he's going to sign after his contract expires on the 30th of June, blah, 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 blah. So listen, everyone's in meltdown right now. We officially announced Leno on the 19th of June. Is that true? Somebody tweeted me earlier with a list of players and the dates that we signed them. So I'm going off of that. So yeah, okay, fair enough if that is true. But at the same time, players' contracts go until the 30th of June. So, why are you going to announce a player before their contract runs out or before they go into another year of their contract? You're going to announce it the following day. So I'm just chilling right now. At the end of the day, we're 6 weeks until the transfer window shuts. It's exactly 6 weeks today. I'm not getting into meltdown right now. A couple of people asking why I'm not protesting. Do you know why I'm not protesting? Because I'm just loving my summer right now, bruv. And it's it is what it is. I'm enjoying my summertime, mate. I'm going to go and buy the new kit when it comes out. And listen, I protested against the previous manager. Did that quite a few times. We got him out. He eventually went, and he's gone. So I was happy all last season. Yeah, the last few games of the season were a complete joke, and I had a little bit of a rant about it. But at the same time, I wanted Wenger out. He's gone, so I'm happy now. Yeah, let's see where we go in the next year or so. That's my view on it. I'm not going to the kit launch. No, for the people that are asking me, I'm not going to that. I think FFP resets on the 1st of July. We need to relax for now, says Demetrios. Exactly. Everything kicks in again at the end of June. The 30th of June at midnight into the 1st of July is when every player goes into the next year of their contract. That's when every financial fair play thing comes in. And that's when we unveil our new kit. So yeah, listen, it's not the end of June yet. It's not the 1st of July. So let's see what happens at the end of the transfer window. At the end of the day, like I said, I wanted the manager gone for so long. 7 years I wanted him out for. I got him out. He's gone. And why wouldn't I be loving my football again? At the end of the day, when I started supporting this club, when I started supporting this football club, I didn't start supporting it because, oh, we're run properly, or we've got an owner that does this, or we've got this. I supported Arsenal because I went to my first ever game against Tottenham and we lost 5-2, and I loved Highbury. Yeah, I went with a local football team I was playing for, and that was what, fucking years ago, 1990. So 29 years ago was my first game. Yeah, 29 years ago. And I loved Highbury. I loved every single minute of watching that team. Why dot? You will be the first to say Kroenke out when we start losing. No, I won't, mate. No, I won't. Because if you check my tweets for the last 2 seasons, mate, yeah, I've stuck it all on Wenger and Gazidis. But there you go. Whatever suits your little agenda, my friends. Keep hating. Thanks for watching, though. I appreciate it. Stick a like on the video as well, mate. I'd appreciate that, yeah? Or a dislike, whatever takes your fancy. Best question you've ever got on the stream? I don't know. I've had loads of good questions, man. I've had loads. You lot are mad. Some of the questions you come out with is hilarious. So what do you think of Leon Bailey? Says the Karma 28. Good player. I don't think he's quite ready for Premier League yet, mate. Another season or two. Is Wenger going to Newcastle or United? It's funny, actually, yeah, because he's actually come out again today and said that he's not ready to go into management, which contradicts what he said last season when he said he would be back in work by January. So I don't know. Like I've said for 7 years, the guy's a compulsive liar. I don't believe anything he says. More like he put that story out there saying he'd be back in work by January to drum up a bit of business, and nobody bothered. Love your page, mate. Thank you. Cheers, mate. Do you not want Cronky out, mate? Love the content as always. Thank you very much for that, Yam Drum Gun. Listen, he's only just took over as full ownership of this football club. So he was majority shareholder before that, which meant every other shareholder had an input. That's now not the case. So it's all well and good digging him out, but a lot of the people that are digging him out fucking backed Wenger for 7 years too long and grew up watching Arsenal and supporting Arsenal because of Arsene Wenger. So they won't ever have a bad word said against him. But at the end of the day, Arsene Wenger signed the players along with Gazidis, put Xhaka on 75 grand a week, 35 million, Mustafi 35 million, 75 grand a week, signed Aubameyang for 60 million, Lacazette for 50 million, Mesut Ozil for 42.5. Oversee Mesut Ozil getting a new contract on 350. All these players that are on top dollar is very contradicting, because at one point people are saying, oh, Stan's a penny pincher, and on the other hand, we overpay our fucking whole squad. So what is it? What is it? So for now, I ain't getting involved in no bullshit, no drama, no fucking headache. I protested to get the manager out. He's gone. I'm enjoying Arsenal again. And if that means that people don't like it, tough shit. You ain't paying my bills. I'll do what the fuck I want with my money. And if that means I renew a season ticket, which I've done, and that means I go and buy all 3 of the kits, which I'm going to do, then that's up to me. When you lot pay my bills, yeah, hate all you like. Yeah, until you pay my mortgage, I'll do what the fuck I want with my hard-earned cash. And nobody can tell me how to spend my money. And if I want to go Arsenal every week, I'll go Arsenal every week. Because there's an awful lot of people that are protesting to get the guy out, but they're still going to go and buy the kit. So how's that work? Yeah, how's that work? At the end of the day, I protested to get the manager out because he was the root cause of fucking 3/4 of this shit. So that's my opinion on it. Anybody who wants to protest against him, crack on. Yeah, I ain't a part of it. I'll retweet your shit if I'm tagged in it. I'll help promote it, but I ain't being a part of it. I'm just enjoying my summer, going on holiday in a couple of weeks. I'm going to Spain for 2 weeks. I'm going to buy myself the new Arsenal shirt next Monday. And I'm going to go and enjoy my football team again next season. Whether we've signed 25 players or whether we've signed 4 players, I'll still be going home games every season. I ain't bothering with aways. I can't be fucked with that shit. That's long. But nobody can tell me how to spend my money and what I can and can't fucking do with my life. I'm 37 years old. I answer to nobody unless you're paying my fucking mortgage. So until then, I'll do what I want. And if people have got a problem with it, that's their fucking issue. Will you be on AFTV next season? Says Ramon Robinson. Yeah, if Robbie allow me on again for fan cams, then yeah, sweet, man. I enjoy going on. I enjoy giving out my my thoughts and opinions. Do you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I like going to games. I like the atmosphere, even though it's not a great atmosphere at Arsenal. I still like the atmosphere that when it is a big game, everyone's on it. Everyone's there early. Nobody leaves. This season, the amount of people that have stayed behind late until end of the game has gone up massively. So yeah, man. And then after the game, I enjoy giving my thoughts and comments. So yeah, as if Robbie tells me otherwise, then yeah, I'll be going on, mate. Leah's preaching to the fucking church. No, I'm just sick of people telling me what I can and can't do with my life when I'm fucking 37 years old. Yeah, I've been on this planet fucking longer than most of the people that have got an opinion on me. So I'll do what I want. Yeah, and if people have got an issue with it, grow up. Do love how Spurs fans come and watch my channel. It's actually amazing. It's actually so funny. And they say that we're living rent free and harassing them and this and that, yet they're still watching and still commenting. Rent free, lads. You probably all subscribed. Keep up the passion. Thank you for that, Chris. You don't take football too serious. Very refreshing, says Aidan. Thank you. Do you know what, right? My days of ranting and raving and screaming and shouting and having meltdowns, yeah, listen, sometimes I went a bit too far with Wenger, right? And I went a little bit over the top and calling him certain names and this and that, yeah? And I've had umpteen rows with people over him, yeah? At games, online and whatever, yeah? At the end of the day, I did go a bit too far sometimes, right? But the ultimate goal was to get rid of him because he was comfortable and he weren't going to leave, yeah? So the only way he was going was to get him potted, and eventually he got potted. It was a case of you're leaving or we're sacking you. So he eventually got sacked with a big £17 million payoff. It was go or you're getting potted. So he decided to quit. So listen, we see Gattuso at AC Milan reject his payoff because he loved the club. Arsene Wenger apparently loved the club, but took £17 million after going on gardening leave for a season. So, you know, people can go on about that man as much as they want. At the end of the day, he has put this football club 5 years further back than it fucking should be. And he should have been sacked years ago, which is what I do blame the owner for. Yeah, the majority shareholder, whatever you wanted to call him back then. Yeah, he should have sacked him time ago. But he didn't, and now we're in this mess. So 3/4 of the blame, as far as I'm concerned, goes down to that fucking guy, Wenger, and his little bitch, fucking Gazidis, who's now going to fuck up AC Milan. But my days of ranting and raving and screaming and shouting and arguing non-stop with fucking idiots online, can't be arsed with it, man. Can't be arsed with it. I protested for 7 years to get him out. He's gone. I'm enjoying Arsenal again. People have got a fucking issue with that. Tough. You're the only Arsenal YouTuber I know that doesn't have any personal agendas. That's because I ain't got a fucking favourite. Well, I've got a favourite player. Lacazette's my favourite player. But listen, if Lacazette plays shit, mate, I say he plays shit. People say I've got an agenda against Mesut Ozil. I ain't. I just want him to turn up more than fucking 3 times a season. And when he does turn up and plays well, like Napoli, go and check my AFTV interview on that game. I said he was the best player on the pitch second half. Against Newcastle away, again, I said he was the best player on the pitch. But people forget all the times I praise certain players. They only bring up the negative and when I've slagged a player off, because that gets more likes and retweets and shares than saying, oh, well done, Lee, you've praised him today. You know what I'm saying? Everyone online, right? Everyone on a social media account, whether it be Insta, Facebook, Snapchat, YouTube, Twitter, whatever other platforms are out there, everybody is attention seeking. It's as simple as that, right? Because you're not tweeting or putting a post out there for no fucker to see it. You're not on YouTube for nobody to see your videos, right? So when people go, you're attention seeking, well, so is everybody on a social media account. You know, at the end of the day, a lot of people are jealous because I have big accounts. Well, fucking, I didn't ask for anybody to follow my Twitter account. Never begged for Twitter followers. I couldn't give a fuck about Twitter. It's the most fucking nasty, vile, fucking fucked up social media of any social media platform. Instagram's chill, man. It is so chilled out. It is unbelievable. YouTube's chill. You get a handful of little pricks that you can just hide anyway. But yeah, other than that, it's just 99% love. But Twitter, it's 99% hate. Yeah, and that's why I use it less and less each day. I did ask for Insta followers, to be fair, says Connor. I did. I want to get that up to 10K, just so I can share my videos on the swipe up feature. But Twitter, can't stand it, mate. It's just full of angry people that that just seem to think that they control the shit out of people, and because of the retweet feature, they can build up traction very quickly. Whereas on Instagram, it's not easy to build up traction on a post. You can delete, you can mute, you can do whatever. You can do that on Twitter, but they can still fucking post your shit. So yeah, Twitter I use less and less each day. I can't stand it, man. It's a fucking vile platform, just full of fucking wrong-uns, man. Fuck the hate. Exactly. It's pure love around here, man. Listen, I'll do what I want. If I want to be happy about going and watching my team next season, I'll be happy about going and watching my team next season. Yeah, my match day experience is nobody's business unless they're paying for my fucking season ticket, which they ain't. So if I want to go to the pub on match day, I'll go to the pub. If I don't want to go to the pub, I won't go to the pub. If I want to have a beer on the concourse, I will. If I want to miss a game, I will. If I want to go to every game, I will. I've got the money to go to every game. I could go home and away all over the world. This season, I chose not to go to the Europa League away games because the season before, I did most of them. So, yeah, man, I'll do what I want. And my match day experience is different to maybe other people's, but that's up to them how they want to enjoy their match day. Yeah. If they pay for their ticket, then crack on, man. Simple as that, isn't it? I ain't telling people how to enjoy a game. You're actually going to talk about anything Arsenal or just keep moaning? Yeah, I'll keep moaning, mate. Nobody cares. Well, you do because you fucking messaged me. Now fuck off my channel. In fact, I'll mute you. Bye-bye. Seriously, man. 1,000 subs away from the podcast. Thank you. Yeah, thank you to everyone who is subscribed, by the way. 20,000 subs, I will be doing a podcast. And I have got 2 names. I'm going to put them out in a poll. So once I've done that, I'll let you know. So as soon as I've done that, you guys can vote on what the podcast name is going to be. And we'll go from there. As soon as that's done and I hit 20K, the podcast will start. Got 10 people lined up for it now as well. So yeah, man, it's going to be good. Did you rate Ray Parlour, says Nick Gopal. Yeah, I did, man. Underrated footballer, man. Proper underrated footballer. What do you know about Izzo, says Mr. T. I don't think it's the real Mr. T. Good player. Very good player. I'd take him over any defender we've been linked to so far, mate. So yeah, man. Do you realise how difficult it is to explain to my missus I want to watch your 9 p.m. stream instead of Shit Island? Jeez. Bruv, just say you're going for a number 2, bruv, yeah, and take your phone and just put your earphones in. Scalacci or Mustafi? Scalacci. They're both fucking shit, though. Love from South Africa. Do you think we'll be top 4 next season, says Grant Solomons. I do. It depends on what we get out of the club, though. I think we need to get rid of some players before we can start talking up our top 4 hopes. I ain't too fussed about what the other clubs are doing right now, but we do need to get rid of certain players. These live streams are always fun. Thanks for that, Ramon. Haters gonna hate the podcast name. That's a good name, man. Who the fuck wants Mustafi? Well, Fenerbahce do, apparently. So yeah, man. Who do you want to get sold, says Danny Ross. Mickey, Xhaka, Kolasinac, Ozil, Koscielny, Mustafi. I could go on. All right, let's do a couple more minutes of this and get myself out of here. Number 1 player to buy and why? I don't know, man. We need defenders, so I'd say Tierney for now. He's better than Kolasinac attacking wise and defensive wise, so I think it'd be massive if we get him. How many signings do you think we'll make, says Kabir Uddin? I think we'll make 5 or 6, same as last summer. I think as soon as we get the first one done, I think a few more will follow. So yeah, man. Jonas, thanks for your donation, mate. Great work from Sweden. Looking forward to your podcast. Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate that. Call your podcast Gunnercast. That's not a bad name, Kartik. Thank you for that. Do you rate Ceballos? Not as highly as some people do. A lot of people rate him massively. I don't. I also don't think he's going to leave Real Madrid this summer either. You always ignore my messages. Well, I didn't ignore that one, did I, Andrew? I don't ignore anybody. If I see them, then I'll read them. But they go so quick, it's not easy, man. Ravi says DT Sun or Rants. I'm actually going to that fight. Yeah, that's going to be a madness, man. I swear. I'm actually going to that on Saturday. So I don't know. It's too close to call, man. They're both in good shape. So I don't know. I can't call it either way. I just hope it's going to be a decent fight. Hope it stays clean and everyone's happy, man. What do you think of James Rodriguez as a Treo? Nah, not for me. More hype than Mesut Ozil for me. How many more seasons do you give Emery? Says Alex. I'd give him this season, see where he's at. He's got an option for another year, so see where he's at the end of this season, and then maybe give him the other year. We need to concentrate on selling this window, says Tony Flowers. I agree, mate. Right, I'm going to get myself fucked off out of here. I will be back at 9 o'clock. 600 odd people watching still live right now. Football fan chat wants a shout out, so there's your shout out, mate. Go and subscribe to his channel. He's just set one up. 600 odd people watching live. Put a like on the video before you all leave. I will be back at 9 o'clock. So yeah, happy days. We will do this all over again at 9 p.m. So until then, laters, peeps.